Patch 5.72 has arrived for the beacon update in No Man's Sky, the second patch for the update that Hello Games have released here. What I'm going to do today is go through the patch notes and then go through some of the issues that may have occurred to you. Some other players may have also had some different issues, but I'm going to go through some of the ones that I've had, and then perhaps some solutions that you may have already done or maybe not have already done in an attempt to try and resolve the issues you had. So we have had 5.72 out today. It is for all platforms, which is fantastic. Out straight away. Hang on a minute. Was it for... I haven't got Nintendo on there. We haven't got Nintendo for this one either. So perhaps just for PC and the consoles, excluding Nintendo Switch. Let me know if Nintendo Switch has had the update or not. So here we go. There's a number of issues fixed here. Not as big as 7.1 as you'd expect, but certainly enough to hopefully help those who are struggling with some issues. So fixed an issue that could prevent missions and planetary charts from successfully locating an autophage settlement. I didn't have this issue, although I have had some people in my comments say that this was an issue. Fixed an issue that prevented the icons at the top of the settlement history page from updating. Fixed a rare issue that could block autophage monoliths from displaying their interactions. Fixed a camera glitch when re-interacting with a settlement building after cancelling a cutscene. Now when I do this, I cancel a cutscene, I still get the scaffolding around the building that suggests it's being built from, you know, a C class to a B to an A to an S. And actually, when I go from a C to a B, I get the scaffolding stay there, so I can't get in the building. When I go from a B to an A, the same thing happens. The scaffolding's there, can't get into the building. When I go to an S, the scaffolding's gone and I can get into the building and use it. Or at least go into the building. You can't actually use that much in the buildings other than the multi-tool building that you get. Fixed an issue that caused autophage settlers to be uncloaked. Fixed a text issue in the mission log for missions tracking settlers' progress on expeditions. Didn't have this issue. Fixed an issue that could cause squadron pilots to visit settlements not owned by the player. I haven't used a squadron to help me defend a settlement. I don't use squadrons because I don't particularly like them, don't feel the need for them. If you've had this issue, please let me know. And is it fixed now? Fixed an issue that prevented the wonders section of the catalogue from displaying images. Fixed an issue that prevented personal records in the wonders section of the catalogue from updating correctly. Fixed a text issue in non-English language when viewing starship details in the analysis visor. Didn't have that because I have English language, obviously. Fixed an issue that prevented some autophage base parts added in Beacon from being placed. Fixed an issue that could cause base parts to be placed with incorrect textures. Fixed a rendering issue with the thin stone wall base part. Fixed a rendering issue with the timber wall mid base part. Optimized memory usage on Switch too. So there is some stuff here for the Switch. So there you go. That answers that question. Fixed a rare crash related to camera collision. Fixed a crash that could occur when loading a save with an exocraft in an invalid position. Now, if you do have bugs or you continue to have issues with the game, do fill out a bug report here. If you go onto the No Man's Sky website, go to release log, click on the 5.72, you'll find the bug report. Zendesk here. I'll also put a link down in the description for this so you can go on there and log your issues. Now, when I first opened the game after downloading the initial update, the beacon update, I had the flashing flora. I had the flashing flora. It's difficult for me to say. Where I got up into my ship, or I was running around a planet. I was on a particular ice world, and it was just sort of flashing every time I moved. It was like if I stood still, it wouldn't do it, but if I moved around, it flashed. Unfortunately, I didn't record that, so I don't have that to show you, but it certainly did happen to me. And I also got into a building once the first patch came out, 5.71. I was able then to actually use an autophage settlement because I wasn't able to do it from the initial release. And I had an issue where I was stuck inside a building. And perhaps I can show you that now. Is it this one here? There you go. And as you can see here on this image, which was taken in game, I came in through this door, tried to go back out, and there was like a building part blocking my path. So I was lucky in that the game auto saved a minute or two before this, so I could reload, not be stuck in here and not lose too much of my progression. But I can understand this being a real pain in the backside. So some of the things I did to try and sort out the flashing, the problems with coming in and out of buildings, the scaffolding I haven't checked to see if that's resolved yet, and some other issues. You might have already done this, you might not have thought to do this, I don't know, but I'm going to show you anyway, just in case you didn't know. So first thing I did was I went onto my Steam page here, because I am on PC, I'm not on the console. I went to No Man's Sky, I went to properties, I went to privacy here, and in-game overlay data. This is basically your cache, so I deleted that, and I'll do it here again just so it's gone. And that actually stopped the flashing happening in game. Not only that, I also went to my NVIDIA driver, and I made sure that the game was optimized as much as possible. I do have some differences here. As you can see, there's two differences. I have a borderless screen when I play No Man's Sky, and I have the anti-aliasing off here at the moment, and the DLS is off, and it's currently unbalanced. So that's what I have. I could optimize it and change it again and see if that works, but that also helped in game, as I was finding that those issues with the flashing began to stop. So I've just come in game here to show you some of the other things that I did. I also went into my display and graphics and made sure that these were how I wanted them to be. So I just went through all these different things, made sure that they were good. One thing that I wanted to do, because I'm on PC, which was this, the Intel XeSS, which is super sampling technology, uses machine learning to deliver high performance with exceptional image quality. This setting only affects the GPU performance. Anti-aliasing uses various techniques to smooth out, blah, blah, blah. So if you're on PC, definitely apply that. And then what we're going to do is go to in-game, and I'll show you that I don't have these issues now. And so here I am. I'm on my planet with my autophage settlement, and everything is looking clean. Everything is looking good. There's ships coming in and out. Luckily, at the moment, we don't have a massive storm happening. Let's get into the ship here and jump out and about. And as you can see, everything is as should be. There's no flashing, there's no issues. There is obviously some rendering with that's the night there. My freighter's right there up in the sky. So it does seem to have fixed itself by me doing those little things to make sure that the game was as optimized as possible. This was the specific planet I was having the glitches on, where everything was flashing and being a real problem for me. And look, there's heavy snow. You can see all the detail is there. So I think that if you try those things, if you haven't already, there is a bit of an issue here though. That's a bit of a weird one. There you go. Look, there's a bit of flashing there. Let's go around. Can we see? No, see, look, no flashing. So what do I think of the beacon update so far? Well, look, I think it's had some of the same issues that every update for No Man's Sky has. This is a very heavy game now. It's got lots of content in it. And whenever you bring an update to any game, you will have issues. Hello Games will sort them out eventually. If these fixes that I've shown you today don't work, they will eventually come. But do try them. Let me know if you have done them and they haven't worked, or they have worked. I would like to know either way. Let me know what you think of the update in general as well. I think it was much needed. I think they could have had more detail in this update, especially with the buildings. For example, when you go from C to B to A to S, maybe the buildings could get a little bit bigger. Maybe there could be some differences inside. At the moment, I don't see a lot of differences inside the buildings when you're upgrading them. I wish that was a bit of a thing. I'm glad that there's differences now between the autophage and the standard settlements that you can have for. I think that's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how that they affect the economy, for example. But generally, I think it's a good update. I just think there's been a few issues that have maybe been a bit blown out of proportion. But let me know what you think. There's going to be more updates, more patches for this update is the best way to put it. There's going to be more patches for this update coming. There's no doubt about that. And hopefully, if your issues aren't fixed with some of those solutions I said, hopefully they will in the future. Right, take care out there, guys. If you want some more No Man's Sky content, subscribe to the channel. I've also got a Valheim playthrough going on at the moment if you're interested in that. Like the video, so hopefully the fixes that I've shown can go out there to as many people as possible. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.